all in isolation. So like, as far as friends go, I'm asking you this, like, will you take time away from your friends, or you take time to like isolate? Like, what benefits do you feel like you obtain when you get into that mode? Like, you locking in basically.
Ain't gonna lie, bro. Me personally, and I feel like it's gonna be the same with a lot of people, cause it's kind of like what you call like a cliche statement, but like me personally, bro, I feel like I focus a whole lot more, like way better than I would in like a group setting, and it's always been that way too throughout like school, group projects. Always like I'll participate and all that, be a team player, but like deep down, I'd be like real life, I would perform better by myself. Right. And that's like, that leads into a whole lot of things in life. Like, things like going into public, being dolo. Cause I'm dolo everywhere. That's just me. Probably cause I'm used to, being like that in school and everything.
No, for sure.
So.
And I feel like it's just a way to navigate. Like, you can't be dependent on people as you get older. Like, I feel like there's a certain age where it gets to a point where the responsibilities are all on you, and there's no handouts in life. Like, I feel like I haven't really talked about life after high school, like, to them. I don't know if y'all know, I'm 21.
Mm-hmm.
He's 20, so we relatively young, but it's like, I mean, we not lonely.
At the same time,
we choose to be alone. Like, we choose to have time to self-improve.
Mm-hmm.
Because people can be distraction. I know for me, females are distraction. But yeah, man, there's a certain age where you have to mature, and I feel like own up to where you are in life. And if it's not where you want to be, then you have to take time alone and really lock in. And I be telling my friends, like, I be taking, because when I first started YouTube, I ghosted everybody for a year. I was really locked in the gym. I was in a relationship as well, but just, I was really locked in a lot of things, and I got a lot of slack. A lot of friends cut me off. I cut a lot of other people off, so it is what it is. I feel like you find out who your real friends are when you are trying to better yourself, and
that's real.
You know what I'm saying? The real friends are gonna keep that same energy, even if you don't see them for 3 months to a year to 2 years. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If it's real gonna recognize real. So
no matter the time in between, that's facts. Cause like, when you say like, bruh, that's real life. Like, I feel like everybody should do that at least once in their life. Like, everybody, just to like, cause like you said, when you get to a certain age, we still young, but it's like, it feel like we gonna live like a whole lifetime.
Right.
Few, for real at times, and it's like we still so young. So like, what we gonna be like when we actually at that age?
Facts.
You know what I mean? And I mean, like, self-improvement wise on that subject, that's definitely like a major part of it. Like, isolating from your friends and like just groups, and even not friends, just like, family, friends, just even social media, because that's a poison. Sure. That's a poison to your mind.
For sure. So. And if you know about just the outlets, and I mean, there's pros and cons to everything. There's ways to use like technology, for instance. There's a way to use it to benefit you, but it can also be detrimental, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of agendas, you know what I'm saying, are pushed to feed the youth, you know what I'm saying, on TikTok, or just certain things, you feel me? Like, whether it be like somebody shooting or somebody doing something crazy to shock the world, or
something. It's always something negative.
Cause some drama, yeah.
Something to distract,
And that's why social media detox, social media breaks are vital, in my opinion.
Definitely needed. Not required, but for sure recommended.
Yeah. And it's like, just to have moderation in really everything that you do. I feel like too much of anything is not good for you. So
Facts.
and it can also be some negatives too. I mean, when you isolate yourself, I mean,
Definitely.
of course you going into the mindset like, okay, I'm gonna lock in. If I'm going to work, for instance, I'm not trying to make no friends. I'm trying to get my money, and you know what I'm saying. But there is negative effects to isolating yourself, because I feel like certain people can get too comfortable in that state of mind and lose your social skills. Now you don't really know how to talk, not properly, but engage. Can't keep eye contact. Nervous. You know what I'm saying. Your anxiety rises. Your stress might rise. When you're really isolated and haven't engaged with people, that energy shift is, I feel like for me personally, I can adapt to people's energy and figure out how they are, and just by certain like movements or what they say. But yeah, it can definitely be some negative sides, I feel like, to isolation. Like I said, there's a yin and yang, but
And yeah, I mean, me personally, bro, I mean, I've experienced it because, I have been isolated for a minute. It's like, not even really on purpose, because I seen on like TikTok and the whole, I be tapped into social media every now and again. Not as much as, I want to be, but at the same time, it's good that I'm not, for me. But, whenever I get on there, I see that a lot of people was struggling with, like social skills. And like, that's a big part. Like, they kind of caught me by surprise. Because, usually I'd be that one that's, in the middle of a group conversation, telling jokes, having fun. But it's like after quarantine and everything, a lot of people said they started struggling with that. Because, everybody was inside on their dolo, just kicking it.
Right.
And once we started integrating back into, society, and everybody started mingling again, the people that used to do that, it's kind of like it flipped. That's what it feels like for me.
It was reserved more,
it's kind of like, it's kind of hard, not hard, but it's kind of challenging, not forcing yourself, but knowing that you want to engage and have a conversation, but then the anxiety creeps up, and it's like, it didn't used to be like this.
Right.
So why is it like that now?
That's for sure. That's facts.
Yeah, but it does make it easier knowing that a lot of other people, like, going through that.
Yeah. And I feel like that's another negative side of isolating yourself as well. The island of isolation is like, you feel like since you isolated, you the only one going through the emotions you feeling like. Since you're not talking to your friends or expressing nothing to nobody, like, you feel like you all alone. But the world is so big, y'all. Like, there's so many people that have the same or are going through the same things, or even worse even. So it's like,
it's real.
It's really about perspective when you isolating yourself or trying to self-improve. You gotta ask yourself, what are you doing this for? Me personally, I'm starting to get into journaling my thoughts now, because when I isolate myself or try to lock into the things I try to pursue, whether it be buying something, buying a car, or buying something that's really important to me, I usually just do it all up here and don't jot anything down, which I don't know how I've made it to the point of doing that far, but journaling has helped me as well. Just try to express my thoughts, putting dates down to just see the time frame and the growth over time. And so yeah, man, that 1 year, back to what I said earlier, that 1 year of island isolation I took when I started my YouTube, there was a lot of emotions that I faced that I was silent about, but over time I grew. I feel like I had to sit with those to understand who I was. And he also is, I feel like we both introverted, but we extroverted around the right people, you know what I'm saying?
That's really it. That's a good explanation. That's what I feel like. It's like, not everybody, but most people, it's like, why it's a little harder to, communicate like I want to.
And I always tell myself to have faith in the journey that God is taking me. Even though I don't know every step or every direction my life has for me, I just know that it's in my best interest, and I try to do my part as best as I can. But yeah, man, through isolation, just use it to your benefit as much as you can. Keep genuine connections, find the love in your life that accelerates you to become the better version of yourself. Purpose over pleasure for sure, and God first. Love y'all.